This is finals night. These two both came through unbelievable 5-game battles, and tonight should be a contest of wills and skill. Our first competitor, she's number 9 in the world. She's 29 years old, from New Zealand. Please welcome Joelle King. Her opponent is number 3 in the world. She's 24 years old, from Egypt. Please welcome Nour El Tayeb.
Well, we have both of our players on court for the first grand final of the evening. Goodness knows how they feel. Well, we were able to catch up with both of them earlier.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be in another major final. If someone had told me this last year, especially that I lost first round here last year, to be in the finals, I wouldn't have expected it or even imagined it's possible. But to be in another final is just a great feeling for me.
It's obviously a huge achievement already for me, but it's not over yet, and I know I've got a big match on my hands tonight. Nour has been playing some amazing squash, and she's number 3 in the world now for a reason, so I'm trying not to be too excited yet. Obviously I want to enjoy the moment and just play my best squash, to be honest, and make sure I leave everything out there.
Yeah, I think I'm playing well, but the thing I'm most proud of is how I'm able to back up matches. This is the thing I'm probably working on the most, and for me to back up 2 or 3 matches in every tournament, that's the deal for me.
I think coming back from my injury was like trying to come back to where I was, but actually you have to be way better than that. So I've enjoyed bits of it. There's been bits that have not been so fun, you know, but that makes times like now even sweeter.
Joelle has reached the top of the game way before I did. She was a bit unlucky to get injured, but then as everyone has seen this season, she's been playing extremely well. She's been on top form herself. I don't think she'd be bothered that it's her first final. I think it's an even chance, and whoever plays better on the day will win.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have people around you that sort of bring you back down to earth pretty quickly and like enjoy the moment last night, but then you've got to switch off and make sure you come back today and know that you've got a job to do. I think that's probably something I've got a bit better at later on in my career, is not just being happy with, you know, a semi-final or what have you, actually thinking I've come here to win the tournament, and that's what I want to do. So yeah, as I say, it's been a good road so far, but there's one more match to go.
Well, both players extremely determined, as you would expect. Joelle King, number 9 seed, but she's certainly on the rise. She's going back towards the number 4 spot, which was her highest ever ranking. She's in great form. Last time out, she won at the Cleveland Classic. She is loving it here, and it's a bit of a groundbreaking tournament for her because she made her first World Series semi-final back in 2014. And now, of course, in 2018, she's made her first World Series final. So Joelle King, she is in the form of her life, playing her best squash. So she had bad Achilles heel in the 2014 season, which obviously set her back. You saw her drop down to number 12. And then since then, she's just been building the momentum and rebuilding her squash. And she is where she is now, which is competing with the very best players in the world and competing for major titles. We're talking about competing for major titles. Nour El Tayeb is someone who is also at her very highest. She's currently ranked number 3 in the world, even though she's seeded 7. She won her first World Series event at the US Open at the back end of 2017. Runner-up as well at the Tournament of Champions, so very consistent these days and so difficult to beat. She has had a really tough run of it, though, to get through to here. She spent 225 minutes on the court, which is, of course, 25 minutes longer than Joelle King. Well, Nour El Tayeb got herself into the top 8 in the world, and she was still studying at that point in her career. But she's right up to number 3 in the world now, and she's a major contender.
She's going to spin the racket that will determine who will start the finals.
So it's Abby Krizaev who is going to do the spin.
That was a good spin.
Very impressive spin. She's been practicing that. That's what I like to see. Proper preparation. Wonderful moment
Abby,
for her.
She told me that her favorite shot is the forehand drop shot.
A nice moment for Abby. She goes off and the players join her to get themselves ready for the start of this match. Well, tough route through to the final for both players, both coming through early with 3-love victories, but then after that it became really difficult. Nour El Tayeb, 3-3-2s in a row, and I mean she was rocking a bit against Sarah Jane Perry yesterday, but so feisty and came through. Joelle King, another tough one. She had a real battle with Laura Massaro, the number 4 seed in round 2. And then, of course, Renee Mulwalili, who's looked magnificent here. Joelle King was able to get stuck into her and close that out as well. Well, it couldn't get any closer between these two, but so interesting that the last time they met was back in 2014. They met twice then, so can't really take too much from that, apart from the fact that both players know what it's like to beat each other. Our match referee, who's going to start us off in a minute, is Sheldon Anderson.
The 2018 Windy City Open, presented by the Walter Family and Equitrust Life Insurance Company, women's final match. Joelle King of New Zealand to serve, Nour El Tayeb of Egypt to receive. Best of 5 games. Love all.
So it's Joelle King to start off our women's final here at the Windy City Open of 2018. Can't give us a prediction, Aisling.
Straight in there. You know, I'm going to say this will be a battle fit for a King, and I'm going to go with King for the win.
See what you've done there.
I think she played so well yesterday, and so well too to come back. She was, you know, in the 5th against a very strong Renee Mulwalili on the comeback. She was 5-love and 9-5 up. And there was a little wobble, a little bit of nerves. We saw it again against Amanda Sobey in the quarterfinals when she went 2-love up and she squandered a few match balls, but she came out of it. And I think that will give her an insane amount of confidence going into this match.
Yeah, I agree, and I mean, she's obviously reminding herself that there's one more match to go, because that's what she kept sort of highlighting in the interviews.
Yeah, I feel El Tayeb's path to the finals hasn't been as easy, and you know, sometimes that helps the players because it makes them have that edginess.
That's a double bounce. Well, it's a strong start from King so far here in this final. There is Ali Farag, who lost out in the semi-finals yesterday. Of course, he is the husband of Nour El Tayeb.
See Joelle King straight in.
That's interesting. Was she actually ready?
Not a let.
Oh.
She held up on the racket. Yeah, I know. She was holding it to come through, so she was holding up on the racket. That's
This
why
is
the
going to
ball
be
hit it. She was
interesting.
in a position to strike it.
This is going to be interesting.
Yes, led.
I thought
Joelle King asked for a review there.
She did ask for a review. Obviously deciding against
I
it.
think she got the explanation. I'm not sure that was a let. Her racket was up and it hit her leg.
I'd have gone for the review.
You see Joelle King straight in there with the backhand drop. It served her so well yesterday. That combined, we're going to see a lot of the power game from her. That's the usual. That's what we expect. What's new is the movement.
No layer.
And the straight drop,
It's
the
like
backhand drop.
It's like an automatic reaction from El Tayeb to ask for a decision.
Well, so that's what confused me in the semi-finals, to be perfectly honest. It seems to me that she's not quite believing that she's the player that's capable of beating all these players, even though she is, because the way she asks for lets and strokes, there's a somewhat of a desperation about it.
You don't think that she's just such a competitor, that she's just desperate for every point?
Exactly. There is a desperation about it. I think it's slightly nerves, but that tells me that you're not you haven't evolved as a player yet. You haven't. You don't have that belief in yourself, even though she's had these mad results.
Well, slightly lucky from King.
4-2.
Been a really positive start from the Kiwi. That's certainly going to settle her nerves. Oh, what a shot. Great shot from King. That drop shot on the backhand side has been working so well for the whole of the tournament.
5-2.
Well, I know the previous tournament that King played wasn't a World Series event and it was on traditional courts. But having said that, it's still a huge tournament. And she cleaned up. I don't think she shouldn't give a stroke here, I don't think. Sheldon Anderson.
Stroke to Tayeb. No. Yeah, in the spirit of the game, Ms. Tayeb concedes a leg.
So the referee thought that the ball was going to the front wall, which is why he gave the stroke, I guess.
There's a bit of controversy going on about that on Twitter. A few of the players have been talking about the ball going towards the front wall and a stroke always being awarded.
Yeah, in that instance, it's very unfair to King. It was a very dangerous shot for El Tayeb to play.
That's well read by El Tayeb.
Back to your point, though, about I think the confidence of winning that Cleveland Classic for Joelle King and beating Renee Melwalili has done wonders for Joelle King, and then to back it up again by beating Renee Melwalili, world champion on this glass court, not only on a traditional court.
That's brilliant movement from King, but spectacular finish from El Tayeb.
Five-all.
So there, King started better. El Tayeb's coming back very strongly here. She's on a bit of a charge.
6-5.
Could say, Aisling, that she's gone into sports mode.
She has. Sport mode, yeah, she has.
You didn't like the fact that I put an S on the end?
No, it's sport mode. It's like turbo mode, but a little bit less.
A little bit sportier.
A little bit sportier. There's a bit of a zip. She's accelerated. We saw it with Joelle King in the 5th against Renee Melwalili yesterday. Both of these players very capable of it. We're going to see some retrieval work in this match.
Yes, led. 6-5.
Well, let ball being played. El Tayeb just saying that she wasn't sure where King was.
El Tayeb has done very well to kind of stop the run of points, especially in the first game. It's very important to assert your presence, especially if your opponent's just having that good run, that momentum.
Hand out 6-all.
Well, what's evident here, I think, so far, is the fact that King is looking to test the movement and physicality of El Tayeb. As I said, El Tayeb did start to look a bit tired at the end of her match yesterday.
Absolutely.
And King is really working the corners. She's hitting quite aggressively, but she's stretching the court out. She's moving El Tayeb. She's hoping she'll get some rewards at the latter stages of this game and then as the match progresses.
Yeah, we see that. Unlucky there. We see that as a word of advice that many a coach has given a player, to make that first game as long as you can. We've seen Nick Matthew do it on several occasions, to make that first game an absolute gut-wrencher, and then it'll pay off in dividends in 3 and 4.
As a head coach yourself, would you say that to your charges?
If they're under 11, I just tell them to lob the ball, hit a good serve and you're grand. I don't think this would work quite on the World Series final stage that we're in today.
Well, it's a 2-point lead for El Tayeb. Oh dear, it's a bit of a shocker from King.
9-6.
Came out of the blue, that one. That's a good shot. That is a bit of a confidence shot for King. Ball on the bounce or on the volley on that backhand side. She's playing it so well. Just exquisitely taken into the front. Well, again, just slightly over-exuberant from King in terms of trying to take this ball as early as possible, and it's just out of her reach.
But as you alluded to, she's trying to make the corners very long.
It's 3 game balls for El Tayeb. Well, King's certainly not out of this yet.
8-10.
She's within touching distance at 2 points adrift. That's going to be it. Perfectly shut out by Nour El Tayeb. First blood to the number 3 in the world. Brilliant response after a slightly sluggish start from Nour El Tayeb. The 11-minute first game, it's Nour El Tayeb who takes it 11-8. She is leading Joelle King, the number 9 seed, by 1 game to love.
Because it's finals night, one of the things I want to do throughout the evening is make sure that all the sponsors get recognized. And so I want to start off with the silver sponsors.
Well, Nour El Tayeb will be really pleased with the middle part and back end of that game, because she did start a bit sluggish. She wasn't moving as well as she'd have wanted to, but once she got going, she played some great squash. The problem for King was that she actually hit a few too many errors. We saw during the match there, once the game was going on, El Tayeb had only hit 1 error to King's 4.
Yeah, and I always think, by looking at El Tayeb's demeanour in the interval in between games, tells so much about the player that's going to step on court after the game. With her coach, Hatima Fad of 10 years, and her husband, she looks very calm, very measured. And I think it was at the back end of that game that she found her game plan, and it all got a little bit easier for her. You could see the strategy of King was to extend the court to make it longer than it actually is. But El Tayeb kept it out of the front left corner of King for the most part, unless she was absolutely certain that she was going to cut it in there. So he said after that sluggish start, she'll be very pleased to get the 1 under the belt.
So it's Nour El Tayeb who's taking the first game here at the women's final. Windy City Open.
1 game to love. Love all.
It's her who gets the second game underway. Again, it's the errors from King.
1 love.
Just looking to force it ever so slightly.
Yeah, well, it paid off so well yesterday against El Walili. She read her backhand drop extremely well. But El Tayeb, you see, is reluctant to place it there.
Was well straightened by Joelle King.
And out, 1-all.
Certainly looking to make this match as physical as she possibly can. And what you would say for that first game, it wasn't as though El Tayeb just ran away with it. She had to work quite hard within most rallies.
Yeah, nonetheless, I think we were both kind of backing King to back up their run of matches and be the more strong physically today. That will only become apparent as the match goes on, because El Tayeb was absolutely exhausted at the end of her match yesterday against Sarah Jane Perry. Couldn't even hold her hands up in celebration.
Well, she was, but she's so feisty, and we've seen it time and time again. She's a real fighter, El Tayeb. So
She
gutsy.
is. Yeah, and you know, time and again in this tournament, she's been 2-love down against Sherbini. She's been match balls down against Tesney Evans. And it was only when she was 4-1 down in the 5th against Sarah Jane Perry that feistiness appeared again. So it's almost as if she's enjoying being the underdog and plays better as a result. Her squash frees up.
Stroke to Tayeb.
Well, King indicating that she felt it wasn't a natural swing. There was a bit of an exaggerated swing from El Tayeb. And she did drop the shoulder slightly, but it's just zero chance of her hitting that ball. Just looking to mix it up. It's a straight drop that she played a few times now on the forehand side. It worked so well, but King obviously feeling that El Tayeb might have been moving to go towards that corner. Oh, wow, wow.
Get out of it.
That is a thanks for coming from Nour El Tayeb.
4-3.
What a shot this is. Yeah.
Retrieval. Unbelievable athleticism.
But it's the lunge of El Tayeb. It's ridiculously long. Yeah, I think this is worth a review. I think the line might be straight through El Tayeb here. It's a loose shot. It's a loose shot. I think the line is through El Tayeb because Joelle King wants to go forwards to this ball. There, she wants to go forwards there, and she can't go through. It's not to the side. So for me, this should be overruled to a stroke. Tama El-Nagari is our video referee. Let's see what he's going to come up with. Aisling Blake is agreeing with me.
Oh, it's not every day.
No. I will remember this day. Wow.
Well,
I don't get that because the line where King wants to go is forwards and through El Tayeb. She doesn't want to go to the side. She's being stopped from taking it when she wants it.
5-3. No lead.
That was a quick call from the referee.
And out.
I think he felt that she was through.
because at this stage it sort of ran away from King slightly in the first game.
I think she'll be looking to get back to her power game, especially in this part. Cut out any errors, any possibility of errors. She can't afford to do that at all. And then just when that backhand drop is there, use it. It's so effective for her.
To be honest, Ashers, I think she can use the drop on either side because the forehand's been working pretty well as well. I do agree, the backhand is the shot that sets up. It's her go-to shot. Set that cross-court drive up as well.
5-all.
Well, a rare error from El Tayeb. Isn't there too many errors considering that she fires it in towards a nick quite a lot?
Yeah, and again, I think that's something that's evolved in her game too. There's slightly less flash in it and a bit more conservative play. And then as a result to that, there's fewer errors. The backhand, again, is setting so much up for King, but she has to be careful here. She's hit 4, 5 shots to the front. She needs to get it back.
Oh, it's a no-let. It's a no-let.
Player review El Tayeb on the no-let decision.
It is a no-let. This should stay as a no-let. I think there's space here.
No let.
Yeah.
I think King will be very relieved to get out of this rally with the no let.
Well, actually, we say relieved, but now that she's won the rally, I think it was a great rally for King because although El Tayeb stayed in there, she had to do so much work to stay in that rally.
True.
7-5.
King did think she had won it about 3 times, though. Redrop.
That's so fast. That's so fast. Well, King is on the move in this second game. The crowd are certainly getting behind the New Zealander. You started calling the counter drop at the front of the court a re-drop since you've been in America.
I have, yeah.
Did you used to call it a counter drop?
I definitely called it a counter drop.
Right, okay.
That's a beautiful drop. Never mind counter.
9-5.
It's nice that you are commentating for our American audience. Well, that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. How'd she do that?
I wish I knew.
6-9.
I'd been a much better player if I had.
Good squeeze from King.
And out 10-6. Game ball.
Oh, clenched fist. Giving herself 4 game balls. Such a good hold. Slowing the racket head down and then just sort of spinning up and whipping it across into the back corner. Oh, is there?
8-10. Game ball.
Well, King just has to keep herself settled down here.
Yeah, we've seen this a bit before. She gets close to the finish line and then just the edge of this creeps into it.
As you were saying earlier, the advice you'd give is just hack it to the back a bit.
don't believe they were my words exactly, but she's doing them. She's swinging through the ball because there's just 0 point in her making any errors at this point. Unforced, that is.
Oh.
So you gotta make El Tayeb win that rally rather than lose it.
Yeah, but El Tayeb was gone there. That's the right shot.
Game ball.
Just get it above the tin. 1 game ball remaining. Ah, 3 errors. 4 game balls, 3 errors from King. Going into tiebreak.
Three in a row. Back-to-back errors.
Back to back to back.
That has got to hurt mentally. El Tayeb is just reverting to a length game. Straight across.
Oh, wow, that is exactly what King needed.
And out, 11-10, game ball.
Well, apologising, but I'm sure she'll be relieved deep down. Game ball for King. 5th game ball.
Miss King has a broken racket. She's going to go and change her equipment quickly.
It's the important part of it, that she's going to change it quickly.
I wonder what would happen if she did it slowly.
Exactly the same as if she did it quickly.
It's one for the bin.
Or an avid fan.
Yeah, that too, I guess. I think this break could be quite good for Joelle King.
11-10.
Just to reset herself.
It's another game ball for King. Well, it's the error from El Tayeb. It wasn't unforced, because that was the perfect drive into the back of the court from Joelle King. She's levelled here. 13-minute second game, 12-10 for Joelle King. And the number 9 seed has levelled this final at 1 game all.
Well, we've got a match, but now let me quickly tell you about the gold corporate sponsors. The Dolan Family Foundation.
Well, Eddie Charlton from England, now based here in Chicago, is speaking to Joelle King in between games. She seems to be agreeing because she's nodding her head profusely there. She's obviously pretty fired up. I mean, she'll be so happy to have closed out that second game because...
Relieved.
Well, yeah, but she hit 4 errors, didn't she? Or 3 errors in a row, just when she had the game balls. And she actually had good positions, but slightly tense. So hopefully this will settle King down from her perspective. Obviously, Nour El Tayeb will want to keep the momentum going that she'd gained actually to get herself back into that game. So really intriguing stuff here.
Yeah, we certainly have a match in our hands. It's what everyone came here to see, and these ladies are not disappointing. King's short game in that second game was absolutely flawless. 4 outright winners at the front of the court, causing so many problems for El Tayeb, even with the retrieving skills that she has. But it was that edginess that almost cost her the game towards the end, so she'll be relieved / delighted to have gotten out of that.
Well, it's 1-1 here in our final. Joelle King's about to serve at the start of this third game.
One game all. Yep. Yes. Yeah, love all.
Well, yesterday the referee called El Tayeb El Shabini. She had to check that she was actually in the semi-final, and today he was awarding Joelle King the lead instead of it being 1-1.
Well, she is feisty, so any comments like that will absolutely fire her up.
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't mess with her. She's been quite calm so far.
Yeah, but we're not in the 5th game yet.
No, the fireworks will go, won't they?
1-love.
Wow, it's a brilliant finish. I don't think she got it.
Oh, she hit the tin.
I don't think she got it.
Player.
We're going to have a look. I'm not sure she got it. As amazing as this dive was, I think it was a double.
I agree. I just wanted her to have got it because it was pretty amazing.
There you go,
Yeah,
double bounce.
double.
Miss Tayeb's ball is not up.
Lucky for King, but she put the next ball in the tin.
Just has to be up. It just shows you.
Oop. Very clever squash from El Tayeb. So difficult when you're charging out of a corner to cover an area of the court to then stop and go and change direction and get the ball.
Yeah, and even the speed and the relearned movement of King couldn't quite get that one. She's done amazing work since coming back from her Achilles injury to change her movement patterns, and what she's done is just she's softened up her movement. So you'll see on the tee she's very light, and she's not kind of in a squat position and tense with her body, so that means that now her joints are having less impact on her joints, so she can stay longer in matches and in rallies because there's a softness to that movement.
Tough rally this. Well, it's a great shot. Joelle King doing to El Tayeb what El Tayeb had done to King the rally before.
And out. 3-1.
Good investment in that rally for both players. Certainly going to test the physicality as we go deeper into this match. Oh, I can't believe she went for that. I thought she was just going to lift out.
And out, 2-3.
El Tayeb so confident in her skills. She's just there, nice and relaxed, slots that ball into the front left. Wow, what a shot. What a shot this is from King. Laser-like precision.
And out, 4-2.
How quickly does she hit this?
It's fantastic reactionary squash. There's a little bit of Sherbini-esque about that. Just getting on it, so we might be calling that a King-esque pretty soon.
Well, again, so direct, all of King's shots.
5-2.
It is like a laser. It just goes in straight lines everywhere. She's on absolute fire in this game. Well, there you go. There's the roar from El Tayeb.
And out, 3-5. 4-5.
Amazing, isn't it? Because King has been brilliant in this game so far. She's played some great squash. She's moving El Tayeb around, and yet El Tayeb is within 1 point.
Well, it's the one loose ball, isn't it? It's the cross court from King, which was just a touch loose, and then El Tayeb has just that innate confidence that allows her to see what others don't see and see the space where to hit it.
See what? King has hit a few errors in this match so far,
5-all.
but most of them have been right on the top of the tin.
Are you saying we need to lower it to 15 inches?
No.
That's 17 inches at the moment. It's already gone down to 19.
She's hit 12 errors already in this match. That's a game of errors.
It's a high count, and a majority of those in the second game. Brutal, brutal. She had King on a string.
6-5.
Love the calmness before El Tayeb struck that ball.
Struck to Tayeb.
So after a really good start from King, there's a 2-point lead for El Tayeb.
And she was just let in. El Tayeb, all she needed was the tiniest little sliver of a door open, and she just kicked it wide open.
Well, tough rallies for King. She's doing a lot of work in the last two.
From the left box.
The difference is when El Tayeb was doing all the work, she was still winning a few rallies. Here now,
The attendant, are you okay?
King is having to work so hard, and she's actually lost all those rallies as well, so it's like a double whammy.
8-5.
And then this is where those errors are going to come back to haunt King if she doesn't find a way out of this match.
Oh, wow. Wow. Incredible control from King. She's working so hard.
And out 6-8.
That's an unbelievable shot.
Yeah, and applauded by El Tayeb. She knows one when she sees one. The other thing I think that Joelle King hasn't been able to do here is, first of all, El Tayeb's taken out yesterday she was running onto the backhand drop of El Walili, getting on it super fast and just counter dropping. But I don't feel, A, El Tayeb hasn't put her in the corner enough to do that, and B, she's got the speed of El Tayeb to contend with if she does counter drop in that corner. So I don't think she feels as confident as she did yesterday with taking it in there.
That's brilliant touch. That's down from King. So subtle across the front of the court, just guiding it there, El Tayeb, and it stayed incredibly short. 4 game balls for El Tayeb. Good 1-2 from King.
And out, 7-10. Game ball. No lead.
Good decision, I think. Got to go through and hit that.
8-10. Game ball.
Yeah, ref's cutting down on this minimal interference. Absolutely. She's through.
Still 2 game balls though for Tayeb. Make that one. Make that one. That's the way to finish a shot off. Saw this in the first game, but in reverse.
Joelle King could do with this.
It's another winner.
Let.
Video referee.
It's going to be another winner, I think.
It's going to go no let.
I think El Tayeb's committed a bit too high up here.
And and that ball was way out to the side, also glued.
Ball's just gone a bit deeper.
Look.
It's gone a bit deeper than El Tayeb was thinking. What do you reckon?
Yes, let. With that bird's eye view, yes, let.
There you go, confirmation.
Sled, 9-10. Game ball, right box.
You were right.
Major groans. The crowd is not agreeing with me.
They actually groaned when they heard you say that, not when the referee said it. Oh, oh wow, what a shot. King's playing her best squash here at the back end when she found herself game balls down, back against the wall. King is just producing. So we're into a tie break. So similar to that second game.
It is. It's as if neither of these ladies are feeling confident when they're up, when they've done all the work, and they're just that one last hurdle.
But at least in the other one, King was making errors. In this one, El Tayeb's not even had a chance.
It's true, but yeah, King stepped it up once again. It's well played.
Video referee decision. Oh.
Player review, King.
She's a long way off there.
She was. It's a very brave shot by Joelle King.
It was, yeah, but she's
point.
been using the cross court a lot.
To do, yeah.
I think they both want to review
clearly
it.
feeling that it's not a net. El Tayeb feeling it's a stroke.
I think it's a yes let. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell the distance there. But because El Tayeb was asking so early before the contact. Well, there you go. Referee feeling there's a stroke.
Decision overruled. King has no reviews remaining.
King very accepting of that decision.
Well, it's a shocker for her, but she reviewed it.
Game ball.
Yeah.
Game ball for El Tayeb. Oh, wow. Well, hopefully she's going to be okay here. She's already got her ankle taped up, or just down the Achilles.
Yeah, we're just going to look at the distance of the ball. I was more worried about yours, so we're just going to send that to the video referee decision.
We're going to a video referee decision. There seemed a lot of distance
There
between
did.
her and the
She
ball.
look at
Oh, she did actually had no chance to actually change direction there. It's quite bad. She's lucky that she didn't really hurt herself.
Yeah, it's the right foot.
Wow.
Sharp. She went down a sharp. So concerning when you see someone crumple like
What
that.
do you think the decision is? She's going in the wrong direction there.
I'm going to go no let.
Oh.
Yes, 11-10. Game ball.
Bit of a lifeline there, I think, because she was definitely off into the front right-hand corner. Yeah, I think El Tayeb's got a valid point here.
Yeah, you wanted to see the feistiness. There it is.
I think she's got a fair point. She was flying off to the right corner. Still game ball though for El Tayeb. Ball will have gone a bit dead after that break. Well, again, very brave. She's just fired that angle round.
Yeah, fortune favouring the brave here. Tayeb had plenty of opportunities in that rally, shaking that straight drop, but I don't think she's backing
Well,
herself.
don't forget yesterday when it was really close, she was told to hit straight drives and cross-court drives.
She's really taken that to heart.
I think El Tayeb knew that that was going to be a stroke. Game ball for Joelle King. She couldn't get through when she wanted to. Looked a bit soft actually when you looked at it there. Game ball for King.
She's gone for that cross court again.
That's a winner. That's a winner. El Tayeb was going the wrong way here. I mean, it's hard to tell from that camera angle, but it looked as though she was flying forwards, ball was going backwards. There's a big distance
see
here.
Where she is to the short line there. Her movement is to the short line.
El Tayeb's fired up. She's not allowed to speak while the decision's being made. Looks like a no-let to me. What do you think?
Absolutely, yeah, I'm agreeing.
That ball's gone. Look at it. It's flying down that side wall. El Tayeb's step forward there is what stops this.
It's off
and she
into
can't.
the audience, that ball.
I reckon this is a no-let. There you go, confirmation.
No-let, decision upheld. 13-11, game to
Well,
King.
somehow
King leads
Joelle
2
King
games
has
to
turned
1.
that third game around and taken it. Let's say 4 game balls and then a 5th in the tiebreak. 13-11 for Joelle King. It's the New Zealander who is now leading by 2 games to 1. Well, a bit of thinking to do for El Tayeb. I think her corner are going to have to get her to regroup, build up that confidence again, because she was 10-6 up. Obviously, Joelle King just played incredibly well to get back level. And then even in the tiebreak, El Tayeb went another game ball up. And I mean, really, I'd have thought she closed it out. I thought I was going no-let on that decision. Referees didn't agree, played a let. And then, of course, Joelle King just played a couple of really impressive rallies and closed out that game. So that's got to do a lot of damage to the confidence of Nour El Tayeb.
Yeah, it was massive, massive game there for both players, actually. And it was King who started off the better. She went 5-2 up, and it looked like she had sorted out her game plan. It was making El Tayeb do a huge amount of work, but then it flipped, completely switched in the mid part when El Tayeb went from 5-2 to an 8-5 lead. And she had the game balls, and then we thought King was absolutely on the ropes. El Tayeb did massive work, massive work. But it seemed as if nobody wants to win it when they get to 10 in this game. King comes back, huge points, and then takes it.
So Joelle King leading by 2 games to 1 here in our women's final at the Windy City Open. Great fight back from the New Zealander.
King leads 2 games to 1. King to serve. Love all.
You see it time and time again. Players are behind and then just relax a little bit in the movement or the tension of your arm or something. It allows you to swing. It allows you to swing through the ball.
Well, Ashes, your theory is that Nour El Tayeb is better when her back is against the wall, when the score isn't going in her favour. So it'll be interesting to see whether that sort of theory holds up here.
Yeah, well, it's been proven this week, actually, so far. She's been 2-love down against world number 1. I don't know what more you want, Lee. I can't give you much more than a 2-love down against the world number 1.
When she was 2-love up against Sarah Jane Perry, and Perry came back to 2-all.
Yeah, and then 4-1 down in the 5th. It was Perry's match to take. Slight change of momentum.
Okay, you've proved your point.
But the thing I'm worried about here for El Tayeb's sake is she's gone quite passive. She's gone very... At the end of that game, it was the kind of joy that she plays squash with that we love. It wasn't there. She wasn't firing it in.
But I think she went back to the tactic that saw her through that 5th game yesterday. And the problem is the 5th game is completely different to this match. Well, it's really good. Aggressive attacking line from Joelle King. She is storming through this 4th game. Well, Tayeb is starting to look a bit slower here with their movement as well. Signs are not good for the Egyptian world number 3. Well, she's going to have to use all of her fight and determination to get out of this one.
And for the flip side, Joelle King has to hold her nerve.
Yeah, definitely.
Because those errors, that little high drop there was a bit of a stiff arm as she went in to play that ball. She has to watch that. Just knock the points off one after the other.
Well, she doesn't want to put return a serve into the tin, that's for sure. Doesn't take much to allow a fighter like El Tayeb back in.
Dangerous she was at the beginning of that 3rd game, where King was actually 5-2 up. Again.
It's going to be a stroke, I think. She stopped her swing completely there.
Well, you're clearly in her swing when she hit you, so you were penalized for that movement. No, there was enough contact that I heard it up here, Ms. Tayeb, so the decision is a stroke.
I think that was a stroke.
No discussion. I've made the decision. You're in the way of her swing. You're penalized for that. 6-2.
I think the referee's right here. The ball's come right back. Look, she can't actually really hit that. Well, again, it's the roar from the feisty El Tayeb. The crowd are in shock.
They're stunned into silence. They don't quite know how to deal with that.
Yes, Len. 3-6.
There's a lot of yapping going on there.
I mean, in all this, where it's all become about El Tayeb, you've got to remember that King has to stay settled and keep her nerve and stay calm and sort of regroup. Because there's a lot going on, isn't there? It's hard to keep your focus in that sort of situation.
Yeah, and she's proved, I mean, we saw that, 10-6 down in the...
Oh! Well, El Tayeb just played let earlier. I'm sure King's going to do the same. There you go. No doubt in it.
Yes. As King concedes a let, and we play the point in the spirit of the game.
Yes.
3-6.
Well, the trickle bow's working really well for El Tayeb in that front right corner. Been a few occasions where she's just caught Joelle King after the Kiwis played that straight drop shot in. You almost feel in that front corner now on the right-hand side that King's got to use the cross court.
Yes, yeah, she's getting strong, isn't she, in there?
But even there, she just checked her shot. She was going to play a drop, then she half decided not to, and it ended up in between. Just has to make sure she backs herself.
Again, I'm sure she's not thinking of winning her first World Series final. Nonetheless, the occasion is there. It's got to be creeping into her.
Well, King stopped hitting the ball the way she was earlier. You know, when she was hitting in a real laser-like style, she's just come off that slightly. She's not hitting it as hard or purposeful.
It's sitting up slightly, isn't it? El Tayeb, a little more time to create that hold.
But even there, she just lost her line, so El Tayeb has the power with her in this so far.
Stunning to me how passive El Tayeb is being.
But again,
I don't think she got that.
No, that was down. King looks very tired all of a sudden, and she is pushing the ball around the court. And while she's pushing the ball around the court, she's going to get punished by El Tayeb.
It's exactly what we saw with Sarah Jane Perry yesterday, isn't it, in the fifth? She was content not to take it in short or not to take the chances when they were there.
Yeah, but King's taking the chances, but they're all being pushed in. They're high and it's slow, and before she was playing it very quickly and purposefully. She needs to arrow the ball around. That's what she does when she's playing her best squash.
Is that same leg that she caught on El Tayeb's? It's the right leg that she caught on her foot.
And out, 7-all.
Just jarred it slightly as she slipped there. It's amazing how it can change so quickly. Start of this game, Nour El Tayeb was looking down and out. She was looking really tired, and all of a sudden, it's King that's sort of on the ropes.
Absolutely, it turns on a dime.
4 errors haven't helped King's cause.
Seven.
Well, it's incredible that Joelle King has hit 18 errors in this match so far. Compare that to El Tayeb, who's only hit 5.
But Joelle King is 2-1 up on 18 errors. Madness. Number 19. And it's unforced.
King's definitely starting to look fatigued in these rallies. You can See there the body language of King. She's had to work incredibly hard.
Got to go get that player review Tayeb on the no-let decision.
Really early ask again. Don't think the referee was particularly happy with the way that El Tayeb asks for this. He feels that she should be to the right-hand side of King going in to get this, I think. What would you give?
Looking on this one, I'm going to give a yes, let actually.
I think it's going to stay as a no-let, you know.
No-let decision upheld. Tayeb has no reviews remaining. Handout 8-9.
Still a point up though, El Tayeb. Oh, we saw that yesterday.
We did. We saw 3 of them.
Yeah, she put all of them in the tin.
It's the leaping salmon volley.
Yeah. 2 game balls for Nour El Tayeb. Oh, wow.
Great response.
I don't think
We're going
got
to get so many reviews on this one.
Look at the pickup of Miss Tayeb on the front left-hand corner.
I mean, it was an outrageous shot from King, and El Tayeb doesn't really have any right getting close to this.
What did she?
I mean, she's so fast.
Ball was good. Went out for frame. Miss Tayeb's ball was good. Point to Tayeb.
Like, she got it. I'm not saying she didn't get it, but I hit her, so I couldn't have hit one shot.
So Joelle King now asking for a let on top of that.
Oh,
It's all happening.
That's very honest from El Tayeb playing a let on it.
She was asking for a let on the interference.
Yeah, but El Tayeb's just not even gotten to the thing. She just said, yeah, well, let's play a let.
It's heartwarming stuff here, Cathedral Hall.
10-8, game ball.
Still game balls for El Tayeb.
Didn't get that one, did she?
Well, she didn't get that one.
She didn't get that one.
Still a game ball for El Tayeb.
10, game ball.
Getting tense here. Just lays a racket underneath the ball. Oh, wow.
Oh, danger zone.
Hold your breath, Aisling. Oh, wow, what a rally. What a rally. That was a huge, huge rally. Wow. El Tayeb was gasping as she left the court. 14 minutes, El Tayeb's taking it 11-9. Guess what? We're going to another 5th game. 2 games all. Well, that was unbelievable between those two. Nour El Tayeb was gasping for air as she came off the court. Joelle King hitting 7 errors in total in that game. It's just too many, and yet she was within touching distance of winning that game. I mean, it really is incredible that we're at 2 games all when you think about the number of errors that King has hit, which is just ridiculous. It shows that how well she's playing when she's rattling off the winners. I mean, this is huge now in terms of the resolve of both players, not only physically, but mentally as well.
Yeah, that 4th game took the pattern of every single game before that. King going up. In this one, she led 4-love and then 5-2. And it looked like it was all over for El Tayeb. But we've said it today, El Tayeb is the most dangerous she can be when she's behind. And she finds herself behind. She found somehow, some way to dig herself out of those holes. And then aided along by those errors from King. El Tayeb managed to take it. It's going to be all to play for in the 5th. Who knows what's going to happen, but it's going to be entertaining.
Well, what a final we're having between these two players. Level at 2 games all. Nour El Tayeb just managing to close out that 4th.
2 games all. Tayeb to serve.
It's just a pure test of everything about each individual here now in this 5th game.
Stroke to King.
Well, it's going to be edgy.
It is. Jeez, the referee is going to earn his day's wage here.
I think it's quite clear for both players. El Tayeb has to play her free-flowing, expansive squash where she attacks, and King has to keep putting a purpose on the ball. She has to hit aggressive and attacking lines with her driving and her drops and her boasts, and then it's going to, you know, if both players do that, it's going to be ridiculously close. But if one of them does it and one of them doesn't, then it's going to be a clear winner, I think.
Yeah, of the edginess that we saw yesterday, because the 5th game yesterday of El Walili and King was some of the most stunning squash I've seen to date. Just absolutely amazing. Whereas in contrast, the 5th game of El Tayeb and Perry was kind of a slogfest. Wasn't great squash, very edgy, quite passive from both players.
Well, King is going for this. El Tayeb just clinging on in the rally. I think Eddie Charlton has told Joelle King to leave nothing out there.
Yeah, I agree. I'm slight little hop there as Joelle King doesn't quite read that ball, and I'm wondering if it's that concern about her right leg earlier on. We saw her stutter twice on it. But yeah, she has to completely close it down.
2-all.
Well, King's going for it, but another error. Well, 23 errors from Joelle King in this match.
3-2.
Oh, wow. That's a great get.
Oh,
what a rally. That is an unbelievable rally between these two in the 5th game. Both players absolutely shattered.
And out. 3-all.
Unbelievable get. And then this shot from King is just spectacular. Well, just signs that King is starting to find it quite hard to get into those front corners. If El Tayeb notices that, then she's going to start playing the drop shots in there a bit more than she has been.
she is. I think she's established herself in this early part of the game very well, because she's actually set up the length. She set it up with the thread of the length.
This led 4-3.
It's actually the first time in the first phase of these games in all 5 that El Tayeb has led. It's always been King with the good start.
Yeah, great shot from El Tayeb, leaping up. She does love to play that volley like that on the forehand side. And again, King didn't really move into the front corner there. Fatigue setting in for the Kiwi. Well, she's definitely struggling, I think, a bit here, but she's checking her movement every time she's going in. She's not throwing the leg out. Normally when you see these players playing, they'll throw the lunge to the front corners.
Super extended, just like El Tayeb does there.
Oh, wow. Well, El Tayeb certainly isn't feeling anything, but she is still flinging the leg out for the lunge.
Stroke to Tayeb.
We've seen that happen very often in this tournament. Just players just
She can't hit it though, can she?
Waiting slightly.
7-4 to Nour El Tayeb.
How is King still hanging in there? Her movement looking more and more laboured.
Oh, what a shot. That's how she's hanging on in there. Brilliant drop shot. She is having to work so hard here to stay in this match.
When you think of, she gives nothing away facially, and just that faint glimmer of absolute determination you can see as she walks to take her serve there. It's amazing.
She looks exhausted to me.
Yeah.
That's 70 minutes here.
Yes, led. Player review King on the yes, let decision.
Who's reviewing it? Not sure why Joelle King's reviewing this one.
I'm not sure either, Lee.
There's no way it's a stroke, that's for sure. We've already seen one of King's reviews get overturned completely.
Stroke, yeah.
This
she was lucky to get out of that. Oh!
Well, there is a line to the left. King's gone the wrong way there.
Oh.
I'm not even sure why you're that surprised.
Determined that the path of the player went into the other player instead of going.
I'm more surprised because King reviewed it with that she gambled on, and it's the second time she's done it. The first time was in the third game in a tie-break situation.
Yeah, I can't believe she actually reviewed that.
So once bitten, not twice shy for King.
That was a double bounce.
End out 6-8.
Can't believe King has got herself within a point again here in this game. Oh, wow. I can't believe it. That was all El Tayeb, and somehow guts and determination kept King in it. It was that drop shot from El Tayeb. She was all over King, and she just slightly edgy on the drop shot.
Yes, led.
Should be better off hitting that ball because El Tayeb was having to scramble out of the way. Left-hand side of the court was completely open.
Yeah. The good thing for King supporters in this is that she's definitely got her second wind. Just getting those 2 shots back on the board, 2 points back on the board, has given her a renewed sense of purpose. This is
I can't believe the turnaround, if I'm honest. King did look out on her feet.
9-8.
Somehow she stayed in there. Unbelievable.
She must be absolutely dying inside and just pushing herself
Oh,
through.
she should hit that ball. Cross court, and El Tayeb is
has a broken
stranded.
string on her racket. She's going to change her equipment.
El Tayeb had even broken a string there. This is just monumental, this final. Think about how fatigued both players must be when you think about the run-in they've had, the number of tough matches to get to this stage. I mean, it's absolutely brutal, and that's what it's all about. Nour El Tayeb has spent 300 minutes on court in total for this tournament. And in the knock-up there, she's just broken another string.
Going to change your racket again.
But so, who does this favour, this timeout? This
Well, if we're talking about momentum, let's look and see who had that momentum with Joelle King. She was 8-6 down. Now all of a sudden she finds herself 9-8. She asked for a let on something that she probably should have played. So I'm gonna go. It's gonna favour El Tayeb.
don't think he allows Joelle King to recover even more physically.
Yeah, but it's both of them are recovering.
Yeah, but
I
who
think
looked
that
more
face
tired?
says more than anything else.
King
That
from
face
the
to
left
me
box,
says I am
9-8.
extremely nervous.
Left box.
Whereas we look at Joelle King's
9-8.
demeanour and it just shows determination and the will to win and the fight.
Oh, she's gone for a dive. She's almost cleaned out Joelle King. Here we go. 2 championship points coming up for Joelle King.
Joelle King's Achilles is taking an absolute beating in this match.
Edgy times here.
10-8, championship ball.
Well, it's that boast that worked so well for El Tayeb. She just doesn't know when she's beaten. El Tayeb, she just keeps plugging away. 1 championship ball still remaining for King.
Stroke to Tayeb.
Oh, that ball coming down the middle. Bit of a look of resignation from King.
10-all. Each player
Well, it
has
just
1
can't be any
review
closer.
available.
Crowd trying to get behind King here. 5th game tiebreak.
Match.
Would you believe it?
Has everything. It's a dream final.
King just keeps backing that drop, and she's missed it. She's missed it.
11-10. Championship
So
ball.
King has had 2 championship balls. Now El Tayeb has got championship ball.
What a time for error number 24.
Oh, she's done it. She's closed it out.
19, Windy City Open champion.
Well, what a huge match by both players. It's Nour El Tayeb, who is our Windy City Open champion of 2018.
10-12, 11-13, 11-9.
Both players
12-10.
pretty much out on their feet. Well, what a contest. Well, unbelievable stuff. Got to feel for Joelle King. 2 championship balls, but immaculate from Nour El Tayeb when she got her chance. What a finish that is. Held her nerve, just played it in. You'd never ever have guessed that this is to win the championship. I don't think El Tayeb can believe it. She's too tired to even celebrate properly, which is unlike her. We saw the same thing yesterday.
Wow.
Wow, you can only say wow. Unbelievable.
Big hand for Joelle
78
King,
minutes.
the player
Nour El
of the
Tayeb, the world number
ball.
3, number 7 seed, taking out Joelle King. 3-2, 11-8, 10-12, 11-13, 11-9, 12-10 in that 5th and final game. Well, Nour El Tayeb is just making her way back to the court, looking to regroup. Well, we have our champion of 2018 courtside. She is with our MC, Will Carling. Let's hear what she's got to say.
Nour, you said yesterday that you really didn't want to go 5 games anymore, but here we are. Windy City Open champion. How are you feeling?
I honestly don't know how I'm feeling. I can't believe it. I lost this match like 3-4 times already. I was down in the 4th, I was down in the 5th. I don't know, I cannot believe it actually. But you know, looking at Haitham and Ali, and I'm very thankful Raneem and Tara came to cheer me on. Yeah, they gave me the encouragement, and yeah, I really cannot believe I actually won the tournament. Every day I wake up, I'm feeling very tired, but then I know I can do it. But I don't think I've ever played only 5 setters in a tournament. Yeah, above 70 minutes. I think I have to give my physical fitness coach a very big bonus for his work. Yeah, I don't know, but I must thank my coach Haitham Aifat. He's been my coach since I was 15. My husband Ali, my coach back home Hossein Nasser, and my fitness coach, Ali Ismail. I think everyone should know his name. His name is Ali Ismail if you want to work with him. Yeah, I'm very happy, and hopefully I can come back again next year.
We're going to get a chance to talk with you again during the awards ceremony, so now I'm sure your legs must be filled with unbelievable amounts of lactic acid. So go take a little rest, and we'll see you back. Congratulations, 2018 Windy City Open champion.
Yeah, thank you. I was just calling my mom and dad now, but they didn't pick up, so I have to call them again and tell them thank you in person. Thank you.
So Nour El Tayeb goes off to phone her mum and dad up to tell them that she's won the Windy City Open 2018, and she joins a whole host of great champions. Of course, Raneem El Walili winning 3 times in a row, Laura Massaro on there as well. But great achievement by Nour El Tayeb. She's claimed her 2nd World Series title. Well, that concludes an epic encounter between the women. We still have the battle royal between the 2 brothers, Mohammed El Shorbagy and Marwan El Shorbagy, in the men's final, which will be coming up very shortly. Well, it's unbelievable, really. Joelle King, incredible amount of winners, but she gave so many points away on the errors, 25. I mean, the fact that she had 2 championship balls with that number of errors is just incredible, isn't it?
It is. I mean, she is going to have nightmares, I think, about that 25 number, but for sure she'll be back.
Yeah, she certainly will be. Well, Aisling Blake is going to talk you through the last game, the final moments of that match. There'll be Joey Barrington and Paul Johnson.
Yeah, their survivor, how did she do it? She comes back from 2-love down against the world #1. She comes back from 2-1 down in the final of the Windy City Open against an informed Joelle King. Some would say that it was the errors of King that was the undoing of her, but what a display from the survivor from Cairo. The gutsiness and determination of this young lady was the reason that she's going to be crowned. She is crowned Windy City champion. A new name on the title, finishing off with a beautiful forehand drop into the front corner. Exhausted but exhilarated, no doubt.
Joelle, I know this was a tough week for you. You played a lot of long 5-game matches, not the least of which was in the finals. How are you feeling about your week? Now that you have a few moments to reflect, how are you feeling about how you did in the whole tournament overall?
Yeah, I'm tired now. Yeah, I mean, it's been probably the best week of squash for me in quite some time. I feel proud of my performance today. I kind of tried to just leave everything out here. And I was facing a tough opponent in Nour who never gave up. So I think it was a pretty exciting match.
It was that, and I think I have a piece of information that you don't know, which was that the Prime Minister of New Zealand was actually following the match throughout. It was a big deal in New Zealand, and they said that they are very proud of you, and you represented New Zealand very well. Congratulations. And now, please welcome back to court. She is the queen of the 5-game matches. She was down double match point in the second round. Please welcome back Nour El Tayeb. Presenting it is Jeannie Taylor. Nour, you've had a few moments to reflect. You said you couldn't quite believe it. Can you believe it yet?
No, I still can't believe it. You know, Joelle is an inspirational person for me. Last year we both lost first rounds. She's been back from an injury that took her out for almost over a year. And for us to be playing a major final is something I'm very happy about. I'm sorry, Joelle. It had to go one way or the other. I'm very happy I won, and yeah, that's it.
Well, there's one question on our mind, which is, did you reach your parents?
Yeah, thankfully. Thankfully I called them, and they're very excited, and they're all right. No heartbreaks or anything, and yeah.
Well, congratulations. We're going to announce you as champion in just a few minutes. Thank you very much. Nour El Tayeb.